Hey everybody, Bill Schultz with Ceresco Consulting here, sharing with you a process that we have developed for carpet cleaners who are struggling to rank their business in the top 3 of the Google Map Pack. And as we all know, getting into the page 1 of any search engine search, and specifically getting into that Google illustrious top 3 of the Map Pack, is really where we find customers get the most of their phone calls for new business. So specifically what I'm talking about here is that when you go to good old Google and you search for carpet cleaning in your area, so let's just use an example here. If your business is not in the top 3 when you search for carpet cleaning, followed by your city name, you're clearly not getting the call volume that you would desire to grow your business. In this case, the customer that we work for is right here. Okay, Go Color Pro. So they are on page 1, but when I look at the map pack, okay. We can see them down here in position 5, okay, which is great. We've done a lot of hard work to get them to that point, but where the phone starts ringing is when you're in the top 3. So let me show you the process that we've been monitoring over the past month and a half now and how we effectively do that, okay? Let me start off by sharing with you a bit of a visual here, and I apologize for how this looks. But it'll at least give you an idea specifically what our process is and how we go about doing it. And what you don't see here is that everything that we do within the Google properties and within the cloud properties actually stem from a press release that we create and syndicate out to 450 different news outlets, including Google News, okay? And that press release has some specific details in it that are not common amongst the marketplace, but is a proven technique to embedding the Google My Business map. It also includes another Google property in a YouTube video, and a few other characteristics that we feel really gives our press releases an extra added bonus. But that's just the starting point. We take that article and we really use it to our advantage by embedding it within several Google documents. So those include Google Docs, in HTML format, in PDF format, and then we point those articles with GMB details to cloud-based services such as Amazon. And then it links up to a Blogger account or a Google site, which all points back to the Google My Business page. So if you are a carpet cleaning business who's struggling to get into that map pack and you've done your backlinking and you've done your citation work and you're just not moving up in the map pack, this process will really sort of re-energize and reposition your business, because really we're sending signals to Google, the details on your name, address, and phone number, and we're linking to you from properties that have high domain authority, okay? So the use of the Google Documents, the Google Drive, the Google Sheets, Amazon accounts, Azure, pCloud are a few examples of the cloud-based entities that we use, using a Blogger page to all point to a fully optimized Google My Business is a strategy that again has really proven to work for us. So let me just show you this process a little bit closer in detail on how we do it. Okay, as I had mentioned earlier, the process that we use starts with a formalized press release. Now this press release gets syndicated out to about 350, it varies, between 350 and 400 news outlets will pick up the press releases that we create. And these press releases are come in a variety of different formats in terms of the topics we cover. In this particular case, you know, we're releasing some details about an anniversary that the customer is celebrating 30 years in business, and we write a nice article about that, and we syndicate it out. And you can see just by searching for the press release that went out on November 15th, there's about 8 pages of results. But specifically, what is different about our process here, and I'm giving away a bit of the secret sauce here, is yes, we have a really nice article. The article itself has some keyword anchor text links that make sense for what we're trying to rank for. But we also embed a professional YouTube video. Okay, so another Google property and if you go to that video, it'll have details and links back to our website, and it'll have the name, address, and phone number of our business. Furthermore, this press release has an embedded iframe. Okay, so it has this embedded Google My Map that we created, and it also has the embedded Google My Business map page, okay, with a link directly to the GMB. Again, the name, address, phone number, and website details. So these are characteristics of our press release, which, to the best of my knowledge, nobody in the industry, specifically for carpet cleaners, has developed. And so I just clicked on that embedded map, and boom, right here is the Google My Business page or map page that is used within the map pack. So now we have a direct link to the resource and sending a signal to the resource that we're trying to rank for. If you actually go to the Google News, you can also see that they have picked up the same press release. So our process starts with the press release, okay, and then we take that press release article. We actually do put a copy of it on our website. That we use links to that in conjunction with our process. Okay, but then it's the next step that really adds the fuel to the fire. And let me show you how that utilization of the Google properties and the cloud-based properties works in this type of project. Okay, welcome back. So just to give you an in-depth look at the Google properties linking that we do, at the very top of the food chain here is a Google site. Okay, it could be a blogger site. We tend to be using Google sites a little bit more, just because we feel like, seeing as it is a Google entity, that maybe it might drive a little bit more authority. But basically, what this Google site is again a copy of an article that we just put out here, but the important characteristic is this embed that goes back to the GMB. Okay, we also do an embed of the actual press release. Okay, a link that of the press release that's on our website that also includes the GMB embed and the YouTube embed. Again, something that is a tad uncommon or at least unique in the process that we do, is again just using our infrastructure and links that we already have in place to the best of our ability. The other thing that we do is we put a Google Sheet embedded within our Geo site or our Google site, and that Google Sheet has a link to all of the different entities that published our press release, and then also has a link back to our GMB. Okay, so very powerful. You'll also notice that it's got the NAP on the bottom, as well as a link to our website. You will notice down here that we also have other links. These are keywords that we're trying to rank for, and these links go to a cloud-based property from our Google site directly out to, in this case, Amazon. Okay, so if I actually click on this, and open in a new tab. This is actually an Amazon site. It's the same content, spun, same article that is spun, but again has the same embeds. Okay, so again, we're just using a cloud-based entity to deploy the same information. What I'm showing you now is our strategy for taking that press release, saving it as an HTML file, or I'm sorry, as a document file in our Google Drive. Okay, so this is the spun up article saved as a Google document that is published to the web. And you'll notice up here that we have a direct link from this Google Doc back to this geo site. Okay, so we're really stacking that domain authority directly from a Google property back to this Google site, which also goes to our GMB and also links out to an Amazon cloud-based website. So you may hear the term pillowing. I hear that thrown around a bit here, but again, we're really just aligning your Google My Business property in a way that has an infrastructure of links from high domain sites. And so here's an example of that exact same article saved on the Google Drive, okay, made publicly available on the web, that has not only the details of the press release, it has a comment attached to it with the name, address, and phone number. It also has keywords that we're trying to rank for, okay, and then it has, boom, a link right back to our Blogger site or our Google site. Okay, here's another example. Same article spun, same linking strategy. Okay, and it's just over and over and over and over. Okay, so let me just show you here how this is organized on our end. And you know, basically all of these just kind of link up. So here's our Amazon page. Again, it's the actual press release, and then here is a Google Doc that points to it. I can show you that. Oops. Okay, so here's that Google document that points to it. Here is the PDF copy of that same spun article, and then here's all of the Google Docs that point directly to the cloud and the Amazon cloud account, and here's all of the PDF versions of those articles, again pointed to the Amazon account. What I'm not showing you here, and again, the process is so intuitive and so robust. We'll actually take these HTML files and these PDF files, and we will translate them into several different languages and do the same linking strategy to our buffer documents and to our cloud-based accounts. So again, we're really just building on the Google Drive infrastructure to link out to our properties. And again, the strategy here is really to just create that infrastructure of websites that have high domain authority, that are clues and links into your name, address, and phone number, include a link right to your Google My Business map, as well as to a press release that includes those same entities. Okay, if you've paid for citations, you know, maybe you've done a couple hundred citations. Some of those get indexed, some of them don't. But what we've noticed is we do citation after citation after citation, and a lot of those really aren't adding enough juice to our Google My Business profile to get them to move up in the map pack rankings. Easy for me to say. This process of doing the press release, of creating the Google documents that link up to a buffer document, that link up to a high domain cloud-based site, really is adding a tremendous amount of value for our carpet cleaning customers. And Here, let me just pause this here for a second. Sorry about that. I wanted to adjust my screen. So basically, you know, again, what we're trying to do is get ourselves a position where we're now getting in this map pack, driving our customers to the top, so that boom, we're popping up right here, you know, number 1, 2, or 3 for those local searches. It is helpful, and we do see that the website too moves up naturally for the organic rankings. And when we have the perfect storm of being page 1 with the website and being in the map pack for the GMB, we do find that the phone rings off the hook. If you have any questions, by all means, you can reach out to me. A logical question is going to be, well, geez, you know, how much does this service cost? We're running a special right now here in the month of December, and you know, basically, you know, basically for us to do this, we do have upfront costs. You know, obviously we got to create the press release, we've got to deploy the press release, get it syndicated, set up all of the Google Drive properties and cloud-based properties. So with our packaging, the upfront costs are $750. We do all of the syndication of the press release. Once that is syndicated and out there, we help you add those details to your website. And then we do the Google and the cloud-based linking that we just showed you. That include the YouTube embeds. If you need a YouTube video, we'll go ahead and create one for you. We do the Google My Map creation, and we add all these links to the Google Sheets. And then once that's done, we do a little extra special syndication through our If This Then That network. Again, it's just another way to send out some signals to this network of properties. So the upfront cost for that is $750, and then to maintain that environment, it's $350. We monitor, we will baseline where you start with in the map pack. We will do a complete audit, free audit of why you're sitting in whatever position you are. The monthly fees is to continue to climb if you don't make it to the top 3 after doing this just once. We've got several tricks up our sleeve to push it. So maybe you're starting in like that 9th or 10th position and you need a little bit more. You don't have to pay that upfront $750 fee. We just basically dig into our toolbox and you know, add a few more details to get you up there. So it's a very fair program, we feel, and again, it's one that's driving a lot of phone calls to our customers. But the upfront cost is $750, and the monthly fees to maintain you and maintain this environment for you is $350. If you have any questions, you can give me a call. Again, this is Bill Schultz with Ceresco Consulting. I can be reached at 920-229-1372.